It's week 3 of the NFL, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Commanders under the lights on Thursday night.
Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
2 yards to go, second down. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll get this up past the 40. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Here's Hurts to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Taken down at the 30. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Powers through. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
A very early decision to be made here.
There is, and I think that because they're the home team, I would ride that wave a little bit, and I would gamble and go for it. Doesn't seem like it's optimal, but you're the home team. You'll get the support of the crowd all game long. Go get it right now. Put 6 on the board.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive.
And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
They're hoping to get rid of that interception bug.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 16-yard line.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Flush to his right.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. You look at this Eagle defense.
They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
That'll give him 8 that time.
And it'll be 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A 1st down carry for Barkley, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Again, it's Barkley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now Daniels.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
To the air goes Daniels.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Milton Williams
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Daniels.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing doing there. And 3rd and 8 now. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the 1st half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now a 2nd and 2. Zone read, here's Shipley.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3. And the Washington offense heading out.
Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They go play action. Daniels.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
And he fields it cleanly. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Complete, it's Dodson.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
To throw is Daniels. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up second and a yard.
Daniels looking to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Azeez Ojulari, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Hurts. This is Smith with the ground. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders back out late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. They'll look to throw here on 1st down, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Robinson on a give right side. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the gun, it's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Getting caught up on what's going on around the NFL. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium, as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being over in Arlington, where it'll be America's team, the Cowboys, taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And then finally, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Elliott now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Throwing now is Daniels. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That's caught inside the 20. And they do finally get him at the 12. A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They send McCaffrey in motion right. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
From the 35 on second down. Hurts got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. The slot man in motion right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. A yard all they need, but it's third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Off the option, here's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
To the air goes Daniels.
He completes it to Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1.
At the Eagles' 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw again.
Toward the sideline. Intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and it ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
To throw is Daniels.
That's complete right around the 8. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Jaden Daniels
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Commanders have got it back to within a score.
Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Barkley, inside handoff. Oh, he pulls over him. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. A nice little juke. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because,
to the right side and intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in their own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll take this down to the 26. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Commanders Field. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this fourth quarter. Daniels looking to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Here's Hurts to throw. That's to the sideline and pulled in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive
is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing is Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Daniels going to throw for it. Short pass caught by Henry. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. A handoff to Barkley. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 74 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. In motion left comes Brown. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Eagles on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 14. Hurts. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. This pass complete to Melton. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Washington. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee you he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And that will force a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Here's a give to Barkley. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. A handoff as they run the counter play. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Washington ready to try again on offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's able to find Melton. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They go play action. Daniels. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete to Robinson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 26-yard line.
Off the play fake. Daniels. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves